Today we are talking about design challenges and how you can use them to improve your design skills. I will be doing a branding challenge for a company called Happyjoy, whilst also talking about how you can use these challenges to get better at designing. So, what exactly is a design challenge? A design challenge is a set design task with all the variables already decided for you. It might be creating branding for a fictional company, designing packaging, or making a logo. The details are all laid out in the brief, so it's easy to dive into and start creating right away. So in today's video, I will be working on this brief, and the task is to create the branding and the packaging for the cruise company called Happyjoy. While reading the brief, I noticed the key points and I keep them in mind during the whole process. For this type of project, the initial brainstorm is going to be rather quick. I usually open up my notebook and write the brief details down. Afterwards, I add some keywords or any thoughts or ideas that comes to mind. I also quickly explore some ideas by sketching them out. I find this to be much faster to do on pen and paper rather than to do on the computer. After that, I do a quick Pinterest search, and I pin some reference photos that match the vibe that I'm going for. At this point, I also usually search for stock photos that I could use in the branding, just to get an overview of what's available out there. I look at different websites and save the things that I found interesting. To begin designing, I will now open up a new document and I will start by comparing the typefaces that I think might work for this project. After having laid out all of the typefaces, I will now narrow them down into my favorites. Now, let's talk about the benefits of why you should join a design challenge. First off, it's a great way to improve your design skills. Since everything is already set up, you can jump straight into the design process without having to worry about research or creating your own brief. In real-life projects, you always need to start with a research phase and then narrow it down to the concept or direction you want to reach. With design challenges, however, you can skip that phase and focus purely on designing. Now, back to my design project. It's now time to explore different color combinations and see what looks nice together. This point is really all about exploring. Try combining different typefaces with the colors and see what looks good together. You can also combine them with the photos that you just downloaded to see how they all relate to each other. For my challenge, now is the time to find the tone of voice. You can brainstorm some taglines that will align with the brand that you are creating in your notebook. Or if you are stuck, you can also ask ChatGPT to help you out. Then you can add them to your design document and see how they all play together with your design visuals. So after the brainstorm and the explorations, I now found a direction for this branding. I limited the color palette a bit and settled with a vibrant orange color as the main color. This color is very bright and joyful and I think it aligns well with the brief. I paired it with a moss green color to make some contrast. For a playful element, I added these flowing chips in different directions and in different places on the packaging, just to make it a bit fun. And similarly, for the taglines, I also worked with a cheerful and happy tone of voice. So where can you find these challenges? I encourage you to take a look at the Instagram accounts Modern Brief or Designer Briefs. But there are a lot of other design accounts out there that are also posting design briefs. And even if you don't post your work to, for example, Instagram, just having a set task that you can focus on and not having to come up with everything from scratch is really helpful. You can also consider these challenges. The challenge doesn't necessarily have to be a design challenge. As long as you're challenging yourself and creating something consistently, it should be good. Find a challenge that resonates with you and your field of interest. And also remember to not compare yourself to others. Everyone is on their own journey, and it's easy to feel intimidated when you see people out there with a lot more experience. But remember that we all start somewhere. Use this as an opportunity to get inspired and grow your skills. As you can see, I experiment with different layouts a lot. And try not to overthink the design. I've found that the ideas I like most often come from these kind of exploration where you're not thinking too much. For the packaging, I adjust the boxes in different arrangements, and I will screenshot them from different angles. I also experiment with background colors and see how the different colors will impact the presentation. This website that I'm using is called Pacdora, and it's great for visualizing your packaging projects. In addition, I also found some mockups that I will use for the presentation. For instance, I will use this t-shirt, which helps showcasing the brand. Here are the finished slides for this design challenge. So we're at the end now, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope that you give design challenges a try in the future. See you in the next video.